Okay, now I'm going to do the lid for the teapot, and just like with the spouts and the handles, I'll normally make several lids. The lids I want to be a little bit robust, again, not heavy, but not too light. And I'm essentially going to make it like a double-walled vessel, with the inside wall inside the teapot, and that's going to be about that width apart. So I open it up, and I've centered. It's less than a pound of clay, but it is more than I'm going to need. So I open up the clay, press the center, and then I'm going to go down on the outside also. Wall 1, wall 2, that's my double-walled vessel. And I want this part to be this width, because that's the inside of the teapot as I measured. Since this part is inside, I want it to be a little tall, and that's going to help keep it from falling out when the pot is leaned over. I'm also going to put a tab on there that will help keep it from falling out also, but it just makes people feel more secure, I think, if that lid is definitely not going anywhere in any kind of a hurry. You'll be able to dump it out, that's for sure, but you'd have to try. That's the idea. Need to bring this out just a little bit. A lot about making lids is measure, remeasure, try again. I'm also tapering this just a little bit, which will make it go in and out of the teapot easier. Okay, so that's about where I want it. And now I'm going to bring out the side wall. And this is going to fit over the edge of the teapot just a little bit, which will also not only look nice, but it will also secure it onto the pot. Whenever you're making any kind of functional ware, there really are a lot of things to consider, and teapots use just about everything. The only thing is, unlike a mug, you're not putting it anywhere except in your hand. You're not holding it any other way. Or with a mug, some people like to wrap their hands around it. Some people like to hold on to the handle. You put your lips on a mug and all that. With a teapot, you're only coming into contact with it with your hands, I would assume, but you're holding onto the handle. You also have to get inside to clean it. You're touching the lid, and it's got to pour well. It's also got to be light enough to function properly. Again, I'm going to finish off my edges. Lids are things that get taken off and put aside very readily. So you want to make sure that they're going to be able to handle that type of use without chipping or denting. And again, if it's going to go in the dishwasher, you want to think about that also. I tend to not think too much about the weight of lids for jars. For a covered jar, it's actually better if it's a little bit heavy, because people will handle it better. With a teapot, it can make a huge difference in the weight of the teapot when it's full. Okay. Now that's ready. The lid will obviously need to be trimmed when it's drier, and I'll take it off the bat to do that. Right now, this is all I need to do. Also, at that time, I can throw a knob onto it, or I can leave it without a knob. I frequently leave my lids without knobs, but then I make them so that they can be picked up with your hand. It's just a matter of an aesthetic. What you find pleasing in your lids.